My name is Adun Adeniji. We'll be taking the recap of lectures presented in day one of the Council Conference 2024. Soar Beyond Boundaries, Enrich Communities. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Mrs. Bowale Modupe. For the first lecture that was taken, which is Communicable Disease by Dr. Oluwatoni Adeyemi, she first defined communicable disease as diseases that easily spread within the community. And she described in the terms of they cause mortality, that's death, they cause morbidity, that's sickness, and they also cause loss in economic value, and there's also possibility of stigmatization. One of the things she tried to reiterate is the fact that to prevent this, the government set up system of surveillance within the community, even in hospitals, so that we go back every time to check for possibilities of these diseases. Also, investigations are carried out regularly on daily or regular or routine basis to check for communicable disease within the system. Now, we have situation whereby, unlike the developed worlds that are battling with non-communicable disease, within our system, because of the change in lifestyles, we are inheriting non-communicable disease like diabetic mellitus, hypertension, and we still have to battle with communicable diseases, which is things like cholera, COVID, and it's making it a challenge for the state government to battle with. So some of the things they try to put in place is the fact that they try to educate the community to take ownership of their own health by being careful with the kind of water they drink, by providing safe water and making them have food, also making food safe for themselves, being watchful of the kind of food they eat, being mindful of the water they drink, being mindful of the community they live in, stopping things like open defecation within the environment. Also, the government institutes a program that is called, an interventional program that is called WASH, which is water and sanitation with hygiene. This is a way of trying to make sure that every community within Lagos State gets adequate safe water, adequate sanitation, and everybody's hygiene is improved so that they will prevent these communicable diseases within our society. Now, challenges that we have is that we have cultural practices within us, within the system sometimes, that does not make even things that governments are doing take effect. So Dr. Adeyemi tried to encourage us. We see something, we say something. If we notice within our community that, oh, maybe 2, 3 people, 4 people are coming down with the same kind of diseases, there are people within our communities that we can notify so that they will notify the government before it spreads. And one of the things that she also says that we should have system in which all of us are conscious of our environment and we know what is going on so that we prevent the possibility of some of these communicable diseases. The recap of the second lecture, which was presented by Dr. Adedokun and Dr. Adedeji, talk about the emotional intelligence of the boy child. And this, we first started with the fact that our society itself put a lot of stress on the boy child, even as we are as they are growing up. Both speakers talked on the fact that we socialize the boy child from young age to mask their emotion, not to show emotion. We tell them boys don't cry. If there is any argument between a boy and a girl, we tell them that no, you must not give way to the boy, to the girl. And this way, what happens is that as the boy grows up aggressive. The boy grows up not showing emotion, who doesn't want to show the fact that he is weak. And also tends them to end up growing up sometimes being violent. And some of the ways to prevent this socialization is also going to start from the home. As the child grows, treat both both speakers talked about treating both children, either girl or boy, the same way. Expose them to the same thing. Make sure that both are growing up within the safe environment. The two speakers also talked about the fact that some of the ways sometimes we socialize these children is that even in the kind of occupation we encourage them to do, we expect the girls to go and do nursing, and then we expect the boys that can only do business. And if a boy says that, oh, I express an interest in maybe doing nursing, teacher, we believe that that is not right, that, oh, that is a girl's occupation. And this is a way of trying to socialize them to mask their emotion. And so the speakers encourage us that these are things that it's not good enough for these kids. So one of the ways of preventing this is by education and awareness. And so one of the things that we as women are going to take back from this is that we are going to start educating ourselves. There are books that encourage us to read, to be aware of the things that is happening within the society, and to bring up these children in a way that we are not socializing them wrong. The boy child, we are not socializing the boy child wrong. We are giving them the same opportunity. We are giving them the same, allowing them to express their emotion even from the young age. We are correcting them. The way we will tell a girl not to go and fight is the way we will tell a boy not to go and fight. The way we will expect the boy to, if things happen, that the boy needs to express his emotion, we allow the boy to express his emotion and not tell the boy, no, boys don't cry. The two speakers also spoke about is emotional intelligence for the boys. And this comes first by the boys being self-aware, the boys self-regulating, also the boys being motivated, the boys developing empathy, and the boys the boys giving himself boundary and respecting boundaries of others. And they now proper emotions, to give them proper emotional intelligence. The first one is they talked about the fact that they should have proper role modeling. If the fathers are fighting their wives at home, possibility is that the boy child will believe that is the way they too should grow. But if they don't have that, seeing that at home, they will not fight or beat women. Also, one of the ways is that we should let them volunteer to do work, and also encourage them to express their emotions. Thank you very much.
The third topic, facilitated by Mrs. Temitope Okuno in our presentation, role that women play in environmental protection and conservation efforts, as facilitated by Mrs. Temitope Okuno. In our presentation, Mrs. Temitope Okuno highlighted the significant, yet often unprecedented role that women play in environmental protection and conservation efforts. She emphasized that women are crucial agents of change in both rural and urban settings, contributing to sustainable environmental practices through their daily responsibilities and their active involvement in community-based conservation programs. She stated that women has key players in environmental sustainability. Mrs. Okunu pointed that women, particularly in rural areas, are directly involved in managing natural resources like water, fuel, food. As primary caregivers and household managers, they are often the most affected by environmental degradation, which drives them to adopt sustainable practices. She stated further that women's contribution to environmental conservations include traditional knowledge of biodiversity, sustainable farming techniques, water conservation, and waste management. She stated some of the challenges faced by women in environmental conservations, further stating that they face numerous barriers that hinder their effectiveness in environmental conservation. And she said some of them include limited access to land, financial resources, education, decision-making processes, and etc. She stressed that women, particularly in impoverished communities, bear the brunt of climate change impacts, which have limited opportunity to influence environmental policies and decisions. Mrs. Okunu emphasized the importance of empowering women to enhance their roles. She additionally stressed the need for women to be actively involved in environmental policy advocacy. Mrs. Okunu argued that women's perspectives and experiences should inform environmental policies to ensure they address the specific needs and challenges of women faces in the fight against environmental degradation. In conclusion, Mrs. Okuno emphasized that women are indispensable to environmental protection and conservation efforts. She called for greater recognition of their contributions, the removal of barriers that limit their participations, and the creation of opportunities for women to take on leadership roles in the global effort to protect the environment. By empowering women and integrating their knowledge and their experiences into environmental initiatives, she concluded society can factor more sustainable and equitable environmental outcomes. She hereby encouraged more women participation and into the development of the society and its environment. The last lecture titled Smart Garden, as facilitated by Honorable Akindele Adun. During the lecture titled Smart Garden, she explained that it utilizes advanced technologies such as precision irrigation, sensors, automation, vertical gardening, and data analytics to create controlled environments that optimizes crop yields and reduces resource consumption. The key benefits, she stated, include increased crop output, reduced water and chemical use, improved crop quality, and lower labor costs. Mrs. Akindele highlighted both the positive and negative aspects of subsistence agricultural practices, while those methods support local food systems. She pointed out that they can also contribute to environmental degradation through deforestation and water pollution. To address these issues, she emphasized the need for sustainable practices like crop rotation, agroforestry, and sustainable agricultural programs. One of the critical points Mrs. Akindele raised was the significant role women play in food security. She mentioned that women contribute up to 50% of food production, processing, storage, and distribution, and their contributions must be recognized and supported to build up equitable food systems. She stated that despite the potential benefits, she acknowledged the challenges smart garden farming faces, including high initial investment costs, energy consumption, water usage, and pest control. She, however, stated that such as artificial intelligence, renewable energy, community engagement, and smart packaging could help overcome these challenges and further promote sustainability. In conclusion, Honorable Mrs. Akindele Adun reiterated that smart garden farming offers a sustainable and innovative solution to food security challenges. She emphasized the importance of adopting sustainable practices within the subsistence agriculture to mitigate its environmental impacts. Moreover, she stressed the need to recognize and support the critical role of women in ensuring household and community food security by addressing the challenges faced by the smart garden farming and embracing future trends in technology and community engagement. Mrs. Akindele concluded that this approach can play a vital role in promoting food security, sustainability, and community well-being. Thank you.